सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। शिवं शिवकरं शान्तं शिवात्मानं शिवोत्तमं शिवमार्गप्रणेतारं प्रणतोऽस्मि सदा शिवम्। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। Okay. So till now in the 6th chapter, which is related to Raja Yoga or Dhyana Yoga or Samyama, Atma Samyama Yoga, as Krishna calls it. That is Manas Samyama Yoga, basically. We have seen what is the qualification of meditation. Who can meditate? Physically fit, mentally fit, okay, mind a little stable, body calm, relaxed. Those people only can meditate. Chanchala Manaha, very difficult to meditate. For them, Karma Yoga is there. After Karma Yoga, then comes Upasana Yoga. There is a part of Upasana Yoga. Sorry. And the process of Upasana remaining the same for Dhyanam to get Chitta Shuddhi and Nididhyasanam. Here Krishna uses Nididhyasanam more from the shlokas which we can understand, and not Samadhanam or Chitta Ekagrata. Okay. Now, once this qualification is there, maintenance of equanimity, then Vairagyam and self-confidence, then the person prepares for Dhyanam. Physical preparation, mental preparation, place the area where you are prepare it properly. Okay. And then what is the process of meditation? Sajatiya Pravaha. So Vijatiya Pravaha Anantaram Sajatiya Pravaha is meditation. Okay. All dissimilar thoughts having stopped, when the mind is focusing on similar thoughts in a particular direction, then it is called as Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana. Dharana, Dhyana, Pratyahara and Samadhi is called Samyama, Samyama Yoga. Many places Samyama word is used. Okay, which is Samadhana or Chitta Ekagrata. Okay. And what is the object of meditation? We saw for Chitta Shuddhi, it is Saguna Ishvara. And for Nididhyasanam, it is Nirguna Brahman. Okay. So don't meditate on form of Nirguna Brahman. Nirguna Brahman means no guna. Then don't meditate on that form. Then don't call it as Shunya meditation or blank meditation. You will go to sleep. Then what is to be meditated upon? The dhyana is to be done on Nididhyasana Dhyanam, which is all the obstacles which does not allow this knowledge to be available at every moment because of my habit, because of my nature, working upon that and constantly giving auto suggestion aham brahma asmi will be the nididhyasana meditation. Okay, but never try nididhyasanam before doing upasana, which is dhyanam on Saguna Ishvara. In Saguna Ishvara, you have to get this mind very, very focused. Two things will happen. Chitta Naischalyata, focused mind, Nischala. Okay, it will not move. The second thing is Chitta Vishalata. You will start seeing that not just my Ishta Devata, then I am able to see all the devatas as Ishta Devata. First is my Ishta Devata, second is my Ishta Devata on all the Devata, then all the Devatas means Prakriti, Panchabhutani, and that's how you have Chitta Vishalata encompassing everything. Okay, for which 10th chapter, 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is useful. Vibhuti Yoga, Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. These are all Saguna Ishvara for Chitta Vishalata. It talks of Vibhuti, Bhagavan's Vibhuti. You can, if you know that chapter, you can close your eyes and you can do dhyana on each of the Uchchai Shravasam Ashwanam Tejas Tejasvinamaham Balam Balavatam Chaham. So many attributes have been given of Bhagavan. Then when it comes to the 11th chapter, not just only the positive ones. Kala Kalayatamaham. Kala Tattvam is also shown there. Okay, you should be in a position to accept both. Not just good. Okay, how the Srishti comes, how Pralaya comes, even I will go, everyone will go, then again it will come. That completely having a no attachment to it, you should be able to see it very clearly. This is preparation, upasana preparation for jnana. Okay. Then in nididhyasana, aham brahmasmi can come. Why? Vyashti what it is, samashti what it is. Then after that you understand upadishunyatvat vyashti, upadishunyatvat samashti. If you remember Tattvabodha, Tatpada Vachyartaha, Tatpada Lakshyartaha, Tvampada Vachyartaha, Tvampada Lakshyartaha. Correct? Then you have different upadi. I call Jivaha, Atma, Parama Atma. Upadi Vedat. Okay. Then remove the upadi. Like that dhyana has to be done, which is nididhyasana dhyana. Okay. And that is what is referred in this particular. So now the two types of dhyana, Saguna Ishvara Upasana and Nirguna Ishvara Upasana, when you do it, you will get the benefit. But in this process of Nididhyasanam or Upasana, in both, there are going to be certain obstacles. It is not going to be so easy. Natural obstacles will be there. And you have to slowly overcome that with your sadhana. Okay. Now, these obstacles are not given in this chapter clearly. Vyasacharya or Krishna has not given anything regarding the obstacles. Because these obstacles are supposed to come directly when you are going to do Saguna Ishvara Dhyana in Chitta Shuddhi, and there itself you should have overcome it. In Nididhyasana, obstacles coming means what? You have not done Chitta Shuddhi at all. I am first time sitting for Dhyanam in Nididhyasanam. After knowing Aham Brahmasmi, it won't work. So, it should be in Upasana during the Chitta Shuddhi. There itself these obstacles will come. And hence Krishna has not given it in this chapter. But we will try to look at some of these obstacles which come, because they are practically very necessary to understand, and then you need to deal with them. Once you know them, then you will be able to deal with them. Okay, these obstacles are given in Mandukya Karika. Mandukya Upanishad is there. Mandukya Upanishad is only 12 mantras, but Gaudapadacharya has written 200 shlokas on it, which are called Gaudapadacharya Karikas, Mandukya Karika. Never Mandukya Upanishad is learned by itself. Mandukya Upanishad along with the Karika is only learned. Otherwise, you will not understand this 12 mantras at all. Only with the support of Karika, these 12 mantras are understood. And in that, he has given certain certain impediments, okay, certain obstacles for meditation. Out of that, we will see two of them. The first one, very common, dozing off, sleep. Aankh band karo, sleep. It is expected to come. Why? We are making the situation that way. What do you do for sleeping? You put the bed, you dim the light, you are very comfortable. Like that, you ensure a good place is there, nice fragrance is there, nice air is there, and you are sitting, you are offing the light, you are closing your eyes. Mind feels it is time to sleep. So slowly dozing will start. Slowly, then mind starts understanding, oh, such an experience can be two different things. One can be sleep and one can be dhyana. Then when it becomes sensitive to it, slowly it will be moving to dhyana. So you have to put an effort consistently to wake yourself up. Why does need? See, another thing about sleep. There is a nice Subhashita which tells at three places you will get sleep. Surely. Okay. And these three places where you get sleep is Tridi Sthanani Nidraya, Swadhara, Pustakam, Japaha. When you open a book, 2 pages before that you will doze off. Japaha, when you sit for japa, you can extend. When you sit for these classes also, after some time, little dozing will come. Correct? Okay. Especially all the Vedanta classes, when it goes very dry, don't ask about it. You have to somehow keep that eyes open. Correct? You imagine after a nice lunch, 2 o'clock Vedanta class on Aham Brahmasmi. Gone. Pakka. Snoring only sound will come. Okay. So, third one, what they mention is Swadhara. When you are with your wife, Pakka sleep will come. Okay. That is how that Subhashita goes. And this Nidra Devi has given a shapam. Wherever such discourses are there, wherever japa is there, she will come and bless. Immediately you put off to sleep. Okay. And especially if you have that tone and the sound like Swami Paramarthananda and the speed, don't ask about it. In 2 minutes you will start snoring. Very calmly in that same tone, going very slowly. You can predict what is the next word he is going to tell. You will surely sleep, especially when it comes to all this. Okay. So after food, never sit for such lectures. Gaya. Okay. So never do dhyanam also. That is why one should have, what is the reason of this sleep? One is you are tired. The body needs sleep, but you are still sitting and saying, no, I have to do dhyanam today. If I don't do dhyanam, I have not completed. Tick mark nahi hua hai. Another problem. You have to first give sleep to the body. When the mind is fresh, then you can do dhyana. If your mind is sleeping, what is the point of doing dhyana? Nothing will work. Or you have eaten very well. You know that, na? Half eating, half solid, one fourth liquid, and one fourth empty space. But normally, somewhere that space has to find its space to enter in. That much we eat. Correct? आग्रह का खाना बोलते ना, ऐसा कुछ खा लिया तो उसके बाद by mistake also don't do dhyana. Surely you will sleep. That is why yogis should have mitahara. Mitahara. Okay. So it should be very, the quantity should be ensured that it will not make you sleep. Okay. So now, very clearly, not in this set. The other one is laya. See, japa, laya, removal of this. Okay. Leftover sleep up now. How do you overcome this? And this comes in some other chapter. He says Abhyasa Vairagya. Abhyasa Vairagya. And the same thing Patanjali has told. Abhyasa Vairagya Abhyantan Nirodha. Correct? With Abhyasa and Vairagya, then only you can overcome this. Initially, this problem will be there. Abhyasa is required. Don't give up. That is why that earlier self-confidence was required. Only with self-confidence you say, no, let me try again. Let me try again. Then you will overcome it. Here no one can help you. You can't tell someone, come and pinch me after 2 minutes. That all will not work. Okay. So you have to slowly overcome it. Apart from this, there are others also like Kashaya, a wandering mind, a depressed mind. There are many reasons where dhyanam cannot happen properly. A person is psychologically disturbed, can never do dhyana. Okay, someone who is sitting with guilt, very difficult to do dhyanam. When they close their eyes, the same thing will keep on coming in front of them. Again, for that, what is that? Abhyasa and Vairagya only can help. Okay, so when we start meditation, there are going to be a lot of impediments, obstacles to it. One by one, we have to overcome it. And when you go to different levels of it, different obstacles will come. And we have to overcome it. So go slowly, go steadily, and slowly Upasana has to be there. That is why that for Upasana, the Vishaya should be very clear. The moment Vishaya is clear, see, we do this Upasana very easily. What is daydreaming? Upasana. Correct? Isn't daydreaming Upasana? Your mind is constantly thinking about something and you are not aware of anything. That is Dhyanam. Only the Vishaya is something related to material world. We have to slowly use that approach and convert it to Dharmika Vishaya, Ishvara Vishaya, and slowly from that go to Vedantic Vishaya. Okay, this has to be very slowly, and one has to understand what is that self. It is self-evaluation. You can take advice from someone, but one has to evaluate self and understand and diagnose the problem and then work out for it and then go ahead. Okay, without you diagnosing by itself, it will not go. You have to diagnose, you have to do abhyasa for it. You have to take certain things which are going to be corrective actions for it, then it will work. And do it slow, very slowly. Something like Arundhati Darshana Nyaya. You have heard of Arundhati Darshana Nyaya? This Arundhati Darshana Nyaya comes out of a very, very simple ritual which we all have. Unfortunately, this Arundhati Darshana Nyaya itself is useless because that ritual is so badly done that if you listen to it, you will be ashamed of doing it. Okay. What is Arundhati Darshanam Nyaya? First of all, for that you have to understand that there is something called Arundhati. Now, Arundhati and Vasishtha are two coaxial stars. When you say coaxial stars, both have got the same orbit with different circumferences where it will be moving around. Okay, one has a smaller orbit, other has a larger orbit. Okay, now this particular stars, when they move, they are coaxial stars. If you suddenly someone looks at it and if they are able to have a good eyesight and they are able to see it, it looks as though Vasishtha is stationary and Arundhati is moving around. It looks as though Vasishtha is stationary and Arundhati is moving around. But if you focus more, you will see that both of them are moving. And just because of that distance, there is an illusion. You feel one is stationary and other is moving. Okay. So Arundhati Darshana Nyaya is slowly going from gross to subtle to see how these two stars are going together. They are coaxial stars. And when they are coaxial stars, this particular example is given as a practical example to the newlywed couple. So Arundhati Darshanam is a ritual. Okay. In the marriage, Arundhati Darshanam is a ritual. Now, the best part of that is today's marriage, they will tell afternoon 12 o'clock, go and see Arundhati. See the farce. Arundhati, afternoon 12 o'clock. When the sun is there, which star is going to be visible? See how we have started. We have to complete it. Arundhati Darshanam ho gaya. Because evening reception is there. In between reception, we are going to see Arundhati not. And that Arundhati Darshanam cannot happen like this. Simply you go and see, you can't see it. For that, there has to be a person who knows to show where that Arundhati is. So the husband and wife will go at night, where there is dark and you can see the star. There will be someone going with them. First they will say, can you see the tree in front of you? And if these two people say we can't see the tree, they will say, come, let us go. Forget Arundhati and Vasishtha, you are blind, you can't see. So if they are able to see the tree, then he will say, can you see these two branches of the tree? Okay. From there, in between the branches, one star will be shown which is very bright. Can you see a star in between these branches? Because simply if you see up, you will see many stars. You will miss it out. So it is taught very clearly. Slowly you are making them to focus at that. Then that bright star, near that star, can you see some other stars? Yes. Now keep gazing at it. Then slowly this person, if the eyesight is good, they will say, I cannot see one, but I can see two stars. Okay, are they moving? So this Arundhati Darshanam will take some days to understand. Not simply you open your eyes and see, like buying a movie ticket and seeing, and I saw Arundhati and came. That is why people cannot see it today. So that is why दोपहर को 12 बजे Arundhati Darshanam करके शादी खत्म कर दिया. But the objective of Arundhati Darshanam is slowly you go from gross to subtle. Then when you go to the subtle, When mind is very clearly connected, you see both of them coaxially moving, and that is the learning that in life you have to go together like this. Although for others it will be visible that one is moving around the other, but in reality that is not. That is Arundhati Darshanam Nyaya. That is how it is taught. How to be together. Okay. Now this slowly, because from gross you can go subtle. You will make your instrument sharp, and then you are able to see it. Like that, dhyanam from gross has to keep going to subtle. Suddenly one day you sit and I have to see this, nothing will come. Okay, after 6 months, maybe you will understand what dhyanam is. Then you will start doing dhyanam. Just giving some timelines. Then you will start facing problems. Then only you will start going to the topic what you want after overcoming all that. And if you have done some nice punya in earlier janmas, all this would have been taken care. Very fast you will get into it. Otherwise, if you are like the coconut, slowly break it till it breaks one day. Correct? Like that, we have to overcome the obstacles. Okay. That is why that self-confidence is very important. You can't give it up. Huh? If you give it up in between, jitna bhi kiya wo sab waste. So that confidence should be there. Yes, I will do it. I will overcome it. When so many have done it, why I can't do it? Is it clear? Okay. Then what are the benefits? Benefits are simple. Chitta ekagrata. It starts with chitta naischalyata. That waywardness stops. Then ekagrata. Then when ekagrata is there, you can expand it, vishalata. Correct? Converging and diverging. The mind gets an ability. If you have to converge, it can converge very quickly because it is exercised to converge. So your sensitivity will become very fast. You will be very clear in terms of perceiving things very fast. But if you want that chitta vishalata, and when you do that sadhana, you will get a helicopter view, a broader view of things. You are no more looking at it from your ragadvesha. You are looking at things from a much bigger perspective. The terra firma is becoming very big. Correct? Like if you are seeing one tree from the first floor, then you go to a 25th floor, then you go to the 50th floor, then the terrace of 100th floor, then you start going on an helicopter, keep going up. How does that tree become? Small. Correct? That means your view has broadened. Tree is the same, but your view has broadened. So that ability to not miss this and still look at the breadth, the sensitivity and the breadth. Chitta naischalyata, chitta vishalata. Are you able to get? That becomes the benefit. And in nididhyasanam, what happens? The benefit is what? Brahmaiva bhavati. You will start understanding Aham Brahmasmi in toto, not just a conviction. Brahmajnanena Brahmaiva bhavati. Okay, that also takes time. That refinement will take time. Clear? So the clear benefits are your mind becomes from a gross mind to a highly subtle mind. And that subtle mind is very sensitive and it can also go broad. That mind is ready for knowledge. Sharp, tikshna, it can immediately, it's like a sponge. Very flexible. The moment something comes, it will absorb and retain, will not give it out. Then you use that in nididhyasana. Convictions will come, and then your personality itself will change, your character will change. Complete blood transfusion, then it is no more ahamasmi, it is aham brahmasmi. Okay, that is the benefit of dhyana. Clear? Like that, Krishna covers all the 6 points which comes in dhyana. Then there is a question which comes to our dear Arjuna. Suddenly, now you imagine if a question which is not related to this has to come, that means where was Arjuna's dhyana? When Krishna is telling, he is thinking busy. He is busily thinking something, right? That is why the question has come, which is not related to this. But it has to be covered. So he asks the question, Krishna, now you are telling me something. One is karma, I understood, okay. Now you are telling me upasana. Arey, at this age, someone starts to learn, someone starts putting effort, abhyasa, vairagya, and suddenly Ram Naam Satya hai. क्या होगा? Everything goes waste, na? Krishna, what is the use? Again, the slate is clean. Next Janma, I don't know when. And whenever the next Janma comes, again I have to start A for apple, B for continue, na? That is how correct. If you have learned this in the previous Janma, you come with that knowledge about in this Janma. Again, you start from A for apple. For which, in Nididhyasana, not earlier, huh? In Nididhyasana, for some reason, someone cannot get Jnana Nishtha. Jnanam is there. Mananam is over. Nididhyasanam is ongoing. Obviously, because that person is highly dharmic. He is a karma yogi. He is a jnana yogi. Throughout, day in and day out, he is just doing only this. He need not sit and do dhyana. But his mind is reveling into that and nothing else. Eyes may be seeing Dvaita, but mind is in Advaita. His actions will be in Dvaita, mind is in Advaita. Correct? And suppose he has not become Jnana Nishtha still, and he dies off. Krishna says, don't worry. They are called Yoga Bhrashta. Yoga Bhrashtas. Yoga Bhrashta means for some reason they could not achieve their final objective. And to achieve the final objective, Bhagavan will send them back again. And what does he say? Shrimatam Gehe, with a better setup, with a better parents, conducive for completion. Okay, whenever in our Janmas we see some Mahatmas and we say they are Jnanis, that means what? They have taken this Janma only to complete that pending small thing to finish it off. They are called Yoga Bhrashtas. Correct? They've taken the Janma after that Jnana Nishtha just to complete it. Something is pending. For some reason of their prarabdha, it didn't get over. But Bhagavan will ensure they come with all that knowledge again. Naam ke liye some studies will be there, all those things will be there. But their focus will be very clearly to complete that non-completed goal, which is ongoing for Janmas. Okay. Swami Chinmayananda says a story for this. It is called Sat Vada Ka Nyay. Okay. There were two friends. It was a Sunday. One friend came to the other friend's house. He came to this person's place and he said, I'm very hungry. So both of them said, okay, we will go to a restaurant outside. We will eat. Both of them went out to a restaurant. That restaurant, the waiter comes. So he says, what will you have? Both of them said, okay. While entering the restaurant, it is very clearly written, we will charge you for what you have consumed. We will charge you for that consumption which satisfies you. Are you able to get very clearly written? We will charge you only for that which satisfies your hunger. So when they went in, both of them said, what is available? He said, you know that medu vada? Vada is available. He said, okay, ek leke aao. Both of them had. Now the friend who came to this guy's house, he was very hungry. He only asked him, let's go. He said, I want one more. This guy said, my stomach is full, I will not eat. So this we can call A and B. B decided to eat only one. A ate one, asked for the second. Then the third, still hungry. Then the fourth. And when he ate the seventh vada, when A ate the seventh vada, he felt, okay, now my hunger is gone. So B ate one vada, A ate 7 vadas, and then they asked for the bill. So the waiter, as usual, bought the bill. 8 vadas ka bill. The person with B got very angry. He called the waiter. Says, yes, tell me, how can you give such a bill? Why, what happened? What have you all written there? That consumption which satisfies your hunger, we will charge you. Correct? I ate 7 vadas. The 7th vada filled my stomach. The first vada filled his stomach. So you should charge us for 2 vadas only. How did you charge us for 8 vadas? Now this waiter was puzzled. He says, yes, if you look at the logic, it is correct. So he didn't have an answer. So he went to the owner who was sitting at the Galla cash box. And that gentleman was a Vedanta student. He knew how to tackle this. So he called both of them. So he asked, B, from where are you coming? He said, I am coming from my house. I came to A's house and we both came here. Before that, what did you do? I did some hard work and I was hungry. I missed out my lunch and all. He said, okay. Then he asked, B, from where are you coming? I'm coming from my house. What did you do in your house? I ate 6 vadas and came. Okay. That is how A understood that both stomach got filled by the 7th vada. One ate 7 vadas in this Janma to get it filled. The other has already eaten 6 vadas in the previous Janma, so 1 vada is enough to fill the stomach. The person who has eaten 6 vadas and come in this Janma is a yoga brashta. Are you able to get this? He is a yoga brashta. That is why with 1 vada he is satisfied. Simple logic. Correct? If you are coming from your house to the restaurant, will not your stomach be full if you have had something at home? Same way, the jnanam, atma jnanam of previous janma will not just go, it will be filled inside, just waiting for the right opportunity to just come out and get exhausted. Are you able to get this? Is it clear? Like that, Yoga Brashta topic also Krishna clarifies. Arjuna and says, don't worry, Arjuna. For all what you want, answers are there. Don't think of running away. Don't think of taking sannyasa. Don't think of not doing karma. Do karma yoga, sit, dhyanam, upasana, and then get ready. In case you die in between, don't worry, I am there. Your 6 vadas will not go waste. I will send you back with 6 vadas, so 1 vada will take care of you. That gave a big assurance. Huh? Many of the students have this problem. Not only that, they will say one more thing. Sir, you teach so well. In next Janma also, you should be my teacher. That means no moksha for you, no moksha for me also. You have decided my future that I should also not get moksha. Correct, na? That is not acceptable. So put effort. Don't worry about all those things. Anyway, we have learned karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Karma yoga we have learned, na? Then after that, why are we worrying what will happen if I die? Nothing will happen. It will be there. And we know what is death. Separation of Sukshma Sharira with Stula Sharira. Where is knowledge sitting? Stula Sharira or Sukshma Sharira? Sukshma Sharira. Then where will it go? It will be there. Then why it is not visible when I am becoming a cockroach? Because that instrument, the Upadhi, is not able to express it. If I put an aeroplane engine into a scooter, the scooter cannot fly because the scooter decides how much the engine can work. The body decides how of the Sukshma Sharira can work. That is why when that same person becomes a human being again, he cannot say, I can't speak. Why? Previous Janma cockroach, I have never spoken. So this Janma, human being, I can't speak. Why? I missed out everything. Are Buddhu, that previous to that, when you were a human being, you spoke, na? That ability is still sitting there. It could not be manifested in a cockroach body, but when you get the right body, it will get manifested. Is it clear? Very, very logical, simple, and convincing for us to progress in the spiritual path. None of these things can stifle the path. With this, the 6th Atma Samyama chapter gets over. How many chapters are over? 6 chapters. That means what has got over? Does anyone remember what has got over?
Karma Yoga Shatak. Karma Yoga Shatak.
Karma Yoga Shatka? Prathama Shatka. Now we have to go to Madhyama Shatka. The second 6. First 6 is related to Karma Upasana. Correct? That is Tvam Pada Lakshyartha. We have completed Tvam Pada Lakshyartha. Is it clear or is it Alice in Wonderland? Is it clear or have you got lost? Tvam Pada Lakshyartha, is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So can I consider that if one person says others have understood? It doesn't work like 7 vadas, huh? 1 8 1 vada, so everyone. So at least move your head. So if you all are clear, Tvam Pada Lakshyartha is over. Now we have to go to Tat Pada Lakshyartha. The Madhyama Shatka is going to talk of Tat Pada Lakshyartha. What is Tat? Ishvara. We have understood Jivatma in Prathama Shatka, in first 6. Correct? In the second 6, we are going to understand what is Paramatma. So what did we do in the first 6? aham deha nasti, aham jivaha nasmi, aham atma. I am made up of three shariras. I am not the sharira, I am the shariri. Second chapter has already told. Dehi nosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvananjara. Correct? Then in the third, start with karma yoga. Because to understand that I am the dehi, you have to come to jnanam. For that, you have to complete karma and upasana. So 3, 4, 5, 6 karma upasana. To do what? Bhagatyaga. You did Bhagatyaga. Shariratrayam, I am not. Kosha Panchakam, I am not. Correct? Avasthatrayam, am I? I am not. Then what? Aham Shuddha Buddha Chaitanya Atma Asmi. I know that now. So one portion in the 6 chapters I have understood clearly. I am that Atma. Aham Atma Asmi. That much. Nothing more. Okay. Now we are going to see the next 6. That is Tatpada Lakshyartha. What is Tatpada Lakshyartha? Tvam Brahma Asi. We are going to understand Paramatma. We have understood Jivatma. Now we are going to understand Paramatma. Correct? That Paramatma understanding, as for Jivatma, we did Bhagatyaga. What did the rule we apply? Bhaga, when you take any fruit or a vegetable, Bhaga, you cut, then which you cannot use, you will throw. The skin and all, the other one you will separate. Tyaga, Bhagatyaga. That is what we did with ourselves. And threw away all that non-utilizable 3 shariras, non-utilizable panchakoshas, non-utilizable avasthatraya, and said, Aham Atma Asmi Ekameva Satta. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Sat Chit Ananda Atma. Is it clear? Now in the second Madhyama Shatka, we are going to see Ishwaraha or Paramatma. And Paramatma also we are going to do not Bhagatyaga. Paramatma not Bhagatyaga. Adhyaropa. We are going to do Adhyaropa. We will see what it is. Okay. So on a real rope, if there is an imaginary snake, I am going to remove the imaginary snake and see the rope the way it is. Are you able to get? That is Adhyaropa. आरोपित मतलब क्या है? सुपर इम्पोस्ट. तुम्हारा ऊपर ये आरोप है, मतलब क्या है? We have superimposed on you this particular problem. So what we are going to do is, whatever is superimposed, we are going to remove that and understand what is Jagat or Parameshwaraha or Ishwaraha or Paramatma. Okay, in first 6, Jiva Atma, separated, Atma kept. In the next 6, Parama Atma, Parama removed, Atma kept. Then in the last 6, out of which only in 3 chapters only we use, 13, 14, 15, Asipada. This Aham Twampada Lakshyartha, Brahma Tatpada Lakshyartha, Asi will happen. That is what is Bhagavad Gita. Okay, and then two chapters are more for values, sadhanas and values. And last is 18th chapter is the summary of all the chapters starting from 3rd to the 17th. First chapter, setting up of the mood, what is the situation. Second chapter, a complete concise report of the whole Bhagavad Gita, what it is. From third, expansion of that headlines up to 17, which means Tvampada, Lakshyartha taken care from 2 to 6. Tatpada, Lakshyartha taken care from 7 to 12. Asi, 13, 14 and 15. And then 16, 17 are going to be again values and sadhanas. And 18 is a complete summary of all the chapters. Are we able to get the thread going behind how nicely it is? This is Vyasacharya, that director, producer Vyasacharya. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe. Karmakanda, Upasana Kanda, Jnana Kanda, and that's it, over. Nididhyasana over. That means Karmakanda and Jnana Kanda, if it is done, complete Shruti is over. सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्. Is it clear? Correct? So if you all are very clear about what Bhagavad Gita is, you must be filled with knowledge today. So if you are filled with knowledge, we should not disturb. When a pot is full, don't disturb it. Allow it to be there. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Swamiji talks about Puri. I don't know whether I've told about that. Puri. Puri. You make Puri, Shrikand Puri. Okay. You take the Puri. That you make that chapati ka Puri banate na. You first keep the oil hot. Correct? There you place that Puri. Karma Upasana Yoga. Okay. What happens? If you see when a Puri is put, it will slowly start puffing up. And when it is puffing, it will rotate. It will rotate. And once it is fully puffed, it will stop rotating. Purnatvam. Puri has got Purnatvam now. It will stop. Wait. See it, huh? Gents, go and see when ladies are making it. Ladies, you should anyway see it. The Puri also shows how Purnatvam comes slowly. Such a beautiful way of putting it in a very simple way in a day-to-day. How that word Puri, the name Puri is Purnaha. It is filled now. So it will not move, nothing will happen. Purna. Okay, like that, you all are all Purnaha today. So we will continue next week. Because we have to start a new topic. We are completely changing the track now. Whatever Krishna was saying that everything is in your hand, Uddharedatmanatmanam, he will say, you are a pawn in my hand now. The next 6, he is going to say, nothing happens without me. You feel you are doing everything, Buddhu. मेरा हाथ में खिलौना है, बोलते ना, उसके बिना पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता है। और हम अभी तक क्या बोल रहे थे? आई हैव टू पुट एफर्ट. You put the effort, then wait for that unknown blessing. It will come. Everything is on your effort. And the next 6 chapters he is going to say, you will put any effort only when I decide, everything will happen. Completely change of track. That is why we will not start it today. We will start it that time. We have to see couple of things. Nimitta karanam, upadana karanam, everything will come in 7 chapters. Okay, a very beautiful logical topic. Abhinna nimitta upadana karanam, vivarta karanam, we will go to that. I don't know whether we have explained this. If I have explained, it's a revision. If I have not explained, it's a complete new topic you will learn. Because with that only Adhyaropa Apavada can happen. We have to understand that clearly. Okay, so we'll meet next Sunday, next Saturday. Acha, next Saturday we may not have the class. Next Saturday we will not have the class. I'm going for Brahmagiri Parikrama, Trimbakeshwar. So we'll be having Brahmagiri Parikrama on Saturday. We'll not be able to take the class. Yeah, subsequent. Okay. Yeah. Hari Om.
Yeah. We also
Hari Om.
धन्यवाद sir.
धन्यवादः.
Sir, so morning class will also not happen.
Which?
Class
No, when?
next Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday no class will be there.